Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Hi,
How
Ellen.
are you?
Let me turn my thing up. How are
So that
you?
I'm hanging in there. That's an
Yeah.
interesting screen you've got behind you.
Oh, yeah. It is a screen. I just I work at home and I move my workstation all the time just to like mix it up. Opens, I want to open this window. Oh, I think this might be a doctor calling for my son. Let me see. Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey, how are you doing, Ellen?
I'm hanging in there.
Oh,
It's
good.
winter. I want it to be over.
I know. Isn't that the truth? It's like enough of this already, you know?
I got my Seahawks blue shirt on, so
Oh, good for you. Congratulations. I was hoping they were going to win because they haven't won in a while. So I thought
it
that was
was
a good
it
game.
was it was almost not a good game because they were so powerful.
I know, right? They just whipped them right up. It's crazy.
That's what teamwork does if you do it right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That was really something. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. It's great.
It's good to know that I picked a winner.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
You
How
doing
y'all
okay,
doing?
Mary?
Good. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Some days you
I
just
think I
gotta scream. I do it every day.
yeah, I got to go out in my car and scream.
Oh,
I
I've
guess
yeah.
I
even
could scream
started
here.
I've even started screaming when other people can hear me.
Really? Good.
Yesterday my aide was here and I was feeling frustrated, so I did one of my famous and she goes, "Are
You
Oh,
you
let it
okay?" And
out.
I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just
oh,
frustrated."
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
But I live
It can be
alone, so
definitely hard.
living alone is quite a
yeah.
luxury. I just hope
Oh, yeah.
nobody's bugging my house because they would think I was totally loony.
Oh, but Ellen, gosh, it sounds like you're doing so well.
Well, I
That's
feel like I'm a different person. I'm not shy anymore. Um, I'm feeling good about being me. I don't understand my unrelationship with food, but
Yeah.
I mean, food was my best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great
And
though.
that's
I've
awesome.
I've
Yeah.
lost almost 80 pounds since I started.
Whoa. That's
What?
amazing. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
but
gosh, I'm
I
so
started
jealous.
before I hooked up with
oh,
Brittany, but I was doing Noom before that, but I haven't done any meds or anything like that. It's all been
oh, that's fantastic.
Wow.
undoing the psychological stuff. So,
Yeah. That's great.
So good. Yeah.
and also knowing that if I don't get my act together, I mean, my health issues are
Yeah.
such, I have to keep losing weight. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hi
I hear you.
Becky. Hi
Hi.
Neri.
Morning.
Neri, we can't see you.
I'm just trying to figure that out as to what's going on.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Fun times. Aha, I see what it is. It's trying to do the other one. I've got two webcams. It's working on the different one.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Hello.
yeah.
Yay. Oh,
And you've got
Oh,
Seahawks blue on too.
oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I did not know. As long as that's a good thing. I'm an Australian, so I don't know.
Well, you've heard of the Super Bowl, yes?
Yes, heard of the Super Bowl, just have no idea about the teams.
But football in
It was
Australia
mostly
must be more like football in England, or how does it work?
soccer.
So football in Australia is very random and weird and kind of like volleyball in a football field with lots of kicking. They call it Australian football. And if you want to look it up online, it's AFL, and it will be the weirdest thing you have ever seen.
I'll check it out. Thank you.
They also do union, which is like the New Zealand and the Australia and the English rugby, and they also do rugby league as well. So, which is an entirely different beast yet again. So, there's all these different films.
Rugby is a tough sport, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched my nephew play, coming out with bruises and cuts, and oh man,
Oh yeah.
got to be tough.
If you don't walk away bleeding, it hasn't been a good game.
Yeah. Oh shoot. And poor
Oh,
Lindsey
beautiful.
Vonn is out of the Olympics, I guess. I heard she broke her leg.
But she's okay. She didn't injure her head or
Right,
die or something. So
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard she tore her ACL on the one leg and then
Yeah.
broke the other leg.
ooh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yep.
Oh, it's evil.
Yeah. Took her out by helicopter. Wow.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh,
No, very
woman.
scary, right?
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
I'm so tired though of sitting in the chair watching the football and the Olympics, and it's nice to watch them, but geez.
Oh yeah. They're amazing athletes, all of them.
Oh, amazing.
Can I ask you ladies a question? Like, how often are you tapping? Are you tapping more than once a day, 2 or 3 times a day?
It depends for me of what I'm doing. If I get busy, I don't tap at all. I need to tap more, but I'll do it maybe 2, 3 times at one setting.
Okay, I was just kind of curious.
What about you other guys, ladies?
I
Well,
try to at least once, and if I can do more, it's like on a miracle day.
Yeah.
I don't tap every day, but I definitely tap when I'm having an emotional situation.
I think that's
So
what I'm finding myself doing. And I mean, I had a really good evening last night, but for some reason I was mad.
yeah,
So I was like tapping for like 20 minutes on my drive home. So I think it helped, but I was just kind of curious.
yeah. That's the thing that I'm curious about too, is that when I tap, I either get real sad or real angry. And then I don't know what to do with those feelings.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
bet
I'm
Brittany
the
would
other way
say
around.
angry tap.
Yeah, I'm the other way around. When I tap, the feelings go away.
Well, that's good.
No, not necessarily. I want to get into the anger, and I'm having trouble doing it.
I see.
Yeah.
I know
Uh,
you
I
shouldn't
got,
have.
yeah. I got really upset with my husband at dinner the other night about absolutely nothing, so I ended up doing finger tapping because we were out in a restaurant, so you can't exactly do it.
That's good.
I
oh,
really like the anger tapping. Isn't that what we did last week?
Yep,
yeah.
Yeah, I had to think about when that was.
that was good. Yeah.
I still have a hard time with my anger though, letting it out. Because we did not express any anger really at all.
Right.
Unless it was to our siblings.
I was punished for anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to be angry. I remember my father used to make me laugh instead, which was
Yeah.
cruel, I thought.
Well, here's a tough one. I was probably about 10 years old and my sister was like 4 and I was supposed to be watching her. And I hit her so she would cry and I could hug her.
Ooh.
Is that sad or what?
Well, that's typical sibling stuff, like My
Yeah,
brother's
but I
my
did
older
it on
brother, and
I did it on purpose. I wasn't mad at her. I just wanted to hug somebody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange.
You should bring
No,
that one up to
very
Brittany. I'm
of you.
curious what she might say.
Mm.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will.
That's a good thought.
I'm the same way. I used to fall asleep in the car to pretend to fall asleep in the car so my father would carry me in. That was the only hug I got from him.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. Oh, wow. I hear you.
I had something similar. Am I on? Can you hear me? Anybody?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
Mary,
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Mary Lou,
This is me.
congratulations, you got in
Thank
by
you.
yourself
Whoever helped
today.
me. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it take me 90 days to figure this out. I did something similar when I was younger, maybe 8 or 9. And there was a little girl across the street that I really, really liked. And she liked me. And she lived across the street. And I wanted her to want me to hug her to comfort me. So I kept telling her mother was calling, her mother was calling, and she didn't trust that. And then finally she did. And she said, "Oh, I have to go. My mother's calling." And then I hugged her and I said, "No, she's really not. You're okay here with me." But I intentionally made
Yeah.
her feel bad.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's what
Wow.
that's what we did.
our
Uh,
culture. It's the culture we grew up in,
Yeah.
what we were taught.
yeah.
And I had there were 5 of us born in 5 years.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
I was number 4. So
Oh,
at that point you really don't get any attention.
No.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You're-
Hello.
Guys,
Hi.
hi,
how is
Brittany.
everybody? I,
Peachy.
yeah, I cagey. That's a great word. So, okay, I want to remind everybody that if that this you have just completed week 4 of your program. Okay, you have only gone through 4 full weeks of this program. So the fact that a lot of you guys are feeling like sabotage and frustration and overwhelm, that's on purpose. That's how you should feel at this stage of the program. Now, I know that it's frustrating and it's hard to feel this way. And even if you just make yourself come to these calls or post in the WhatsApp group, even if we have to remind you every single day that this is a normal part of the process, let us help you do that. Let us do that for you. Commit to coming to these calls, commit to posting updates in the WhatsApp group so that we can support you. You know, Casey responds to pretty much everybody's questions or messages,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, so it's very, very normal for you to feel like you're frustrated or overwhelmed or behind or not good enough. All of that stuff is up so that you can clear it. Okay. Does anybody have questions about that or comments, concerns?
Oh, wait.
Just an appreciation for having you say it, Brittany.
Yeah,
I
well,
was getting
this,
into that. Oh my goodness, it's a short, it's 90 days and I'm falling behind and I'm like, so appreciate that you said that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think everybody, I think that's one of the beauties of being in this smaller container is that we can give you that extra help and we can keep reminding you that this is a normal part of the process. It is normal to feel stuck. It is actually on purpose. You aren't going to have success if you don't hit roadblocks. So if you feel frustrated, if you feel overwhelmed, if your problems went away and now they're coming back, that just means you're in the sabotage phase. That's kind of like phase 2 of overcoming your addiction. Also, you guys are overcoming an addiction, which according to society is not possible. Okay, so you are doing something that there are very few other people that can actually cure their addiction on the planet. Like there are very, very few people that can actually come to completion and completely heal an addiction. Food is the hardest addiction to overcome. I know most of you guys are working on food. It is the hardest addiction to overcome because we have to eat food. We can't abstain from it. So if it takes you, up to 89 days to get there, trust me, like it's you're in the challenging part. And I don't know if it will last for, another 4 weeks or another 8 weeks or till the end of the perm. I don't know. But I can tell you the more tapping you do, the more you can notice, okay, this is where my resistance is. I know it's really easy to want to quit right now. It's really easy to want to, say that the program's not working or that the tapping's not working or, oh, I can't make myself tap or, oh, it's too hard. And you know what, you guys, I am the first one to give you a hall pass. Like, I'm definitely not telling you to tap every single day. You're going to have some days that are just like mental health days. Okay. I have them all the time. There are days that I just don't want to look at my problems and I don't want to tap. But for like 80% of the time, 70% of the time, if I give myself a hall pass, the next time that problem comes up, I tap. I choose to tap on it. So anyway, I just wanted to say that because I can tell by what's going on in the chat that sabotage is really active. And I think when you're in self-sabotage, you have to be continuously reminded that you're at a deeper level. It's not that the tapping you did before didn't work, it's that you're going deeper. And if I didn't go through this, if I hadn't walked, hundreds of thousands of people through this for 15 years, I wouldn't be able to say this with confidence. If I didn't go through this myself and have that, and if I haven't walked so many clients through this, I would not be able to say this with certainty. But trust me, self-sabotage is great. That means you're at the deeper layers and it's giving you it's harder tapping for sure. It's harder to make yourself tap and it's more difficult tapping because it's anger and it's resentment and it's shit that we've stored for a long time. But let this part of the process motivate you to move through it. Okay. If you don't like how you feel, tap, get angry with me, get angry with the program, get angry at your parents. I don't care who you're angry with. Just let yourself feel angry and tap through it. Okay.
Brittany, I have a question. I forgot I did, but I've been wanting to eat and eat and eat, even while I'm tapping,
Yeah.
and I'm eating more than I've been a long, long, long time. And then I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to tap. I want to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very normal. So,
Oh,
one of
okay.
are you doing the push the food away, Mary? Did you learn that process?
Um, I don't think I did. I don't think
Okay.
I must have missed something.
Okay. Well, that's module 2 in the 6-week program.
Okay.
So you got to listen to that and you got to learn to push the food away. That's a very, very important technique. I remember telling you this a couple weeks ago. It's a very important technique to learn. You got to do the push the food away. If you're not doing that, then you're going to get frustrated with your results.
Okay. I forgot where to find that. Thank you.
Yeah, module 2 in 6-week program. You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything that they want to share or ask questions about?
I have a question.
Yes, Mary.
When you say to tap through it, like when I tap and I get angry, I don't know what to say when I'm tapping through it.
Yeah. With anger, you don't have to know what to say. The more important thing is to get the energy out of your body. So when I'm doing anger tapping, a lot of it is sounds. Like I scream, I make sounds, I grunt. Sometimes I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. So when you're in anger, it's not important that you understand what you're angry about, and it's not important that you know what to say. It's just important that you can feel the anger and get it out. You might have flashbacks that come up that will indicate where this came from, but it's not. You don't have to like stop and focus on it and think about that person and heal them and send them to the healing center. You don't have to do all of that. The important part when you're in anger is just to get it out of your body.
Now, is sadness the same thing? A lot of times I'm sad for days afterwards.
Yeah, so then you would want to tap on the sadness. So the sadness at the end of anger is usually because you can see how much you lost by living that lie, from holding on to that trauma or holding on to that experience.
Okay.
So it's maybe another couple minutes of tapping on the sadness after you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You want to get to neutrality. You want to get to neutrality with anger. You don't have to be like super high vibration, but you definitely don't want to leave sad. Okay. MB.
Sorry, I forgot I didn't change my name again. And sorted that. So throughout the day, when you have these memories popping into your head of like as a child, something bad happened to you, like at school, something happened to you, whatever it was, what do you do with those? Like, do you do nothing with that memory? Do you just let the food lead you, or is there still something that's coming to surface with those like memories that keep showing up?
So like you're just going about your day. This has nothing to do with food.
Correct. Yeah, like just driving for work and all of a sudden something pops into your head. Like in the 6th grade, this one person said one mean thing to me. Like, where is that coming from? Or like, why is it coming up when I haven't thought of it since probably 6th grade?
Yeah. Tapping can do this thing where it kind of like when the way our brains work is that we kind of like put all the bad things that happen to us in a box and we store it in a dark closet that we forget about. And then when you start to tap, we are intentionally going into that. We are intentionally going to that dark closet. We're finding the box or we're opening the box. And when you do that, sometimes the brain can get really excited, like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to heal all this shit. And so it'll start to give you other things that are in the box. I would say, unless it's like crippling, unless it's giving you like a crippling response or an emotion connected with it, keep focusing on the food, because it could also be your saboteur that doesn't want you to keep focusing on the food, and we don't actually know which one it is. So I just, without a doubt, always go back to your goal, focus on the goal, focus on your resistance to the goal, or push the food away, or think about achieving your goal and tap through whatever comes up.
Thank you.
That is the fastest and the most direct way to reach your goal, is if you keep working with the disordered problem.
What if, I have a question to go along with that. What if when we're tapping about our food or even our anger, and we realize like a core belief, like I'm just not good enough. So then will we be tapping on that core belief then?
Yeah, you can't, if you're done with anger and you are in the sadness phase, and the sadness phase is like, you could feel the sense of like, I'm not good enough, and the sadness around living with that lie, then you can definitely tap on that belief. I would say belief tapping is harder. The way that I've done it is I have tapped on how true the belief statement is. So we would go back to traditional tapping and just give it a number. How true is it on a scale from 1 to 10? And then the beliefs, especially that I'm not enough, that's like kind of a core imprint that most of us have. That actually goes away when you work on your family dynamic and the relationship with your family, because we learn that we're not good enough based on the traumas that happen with our parents that don't give us the time and attention and love that we want. So as you heal those echoes, you just naturally, innately learn to love yourself, because when we're babies, we are born with perfect self-love. And so what we're literally doing is we are tapping our traumas away so that we can go back to our origin, which is being born perfectly knowing that we are worth everything in the world, that we are the most valuable being in existence. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Although, what if you know that you weren't loved because you weren't really wanted anyway?
Yeah, so that would be rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tapping on the rejection around not being wanted. Those are two separate things.
Okay.
Yeah. So all you do, Stephanie, just to like reiterate, because I know I went on a tangent, write down the whatever the statement is. I was rejected by my parents, or they never wanted me. And then what the emotion is there, okay, that feelings of rejection, and then do some traditional EFT tapping on your emotions and the statements that are coming up around being rejected or not wanted.
Rate how true the statement is. They never wanted me on a scale from 0 to 10, or the rejection, how strong the rejection is. Sorry, because that's what you're tapping on. And then once you get to the end of that, just keep going back to that number and go back to it after you're done tapping, and then come back to it. I would say like a week later, after the tapping is settled in, come back to it a week later and just notice what number it is again. And so there might be some residual rejection, or it might have turned into something else, but that's a really deep one that would be probably best served with traditional tapping.
Okay.
Yeah. But then don't forget to go back to your goal. What's your goal? What's the next action? You know, like
Go back to the food.
go
Push it away.
back to the food, go back to the relationship with your food. What is happening there? How are you sabotaging yourself? Push it away, whatever, you know, do whatever you need to do there, but bring yourself back to that, because it can be I understand the desire to be like, oh my God, I found this like not enoughness. Maybe this is the core of all my problems. It's not. It's not going to be, because there'll be another problem and another problem and another problem. You guys, I tried to find and excavate all of my problems for 25 years. And I will tell you that I feel great and I am great, but you will always come up with another problem. Like there's no end to the problems. So at some point you want to just take yourself back to, okay, this is my original goal. This is what success looks like to me. So I'm going to clear the blocks that are in the way of this goal. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Linda. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi there, Brittany. That was really helpful. I'm laughing because that's my experience. It's like I handled that already.
Yeah.
So I'm AWOL. Like I feel AWOL. And I was in Florida last week. We went to Florida with another couple, and I ate whatever was available. And I found I have been really good. So I don't know whether it's willpower, but from August to December, I really stopped sugar and I ate more vegetables. And it was amazing how I felt, how I looked. I really loved that. And I've been finding since Christmas, it's been harder to do that. And then on this vacation, I found myself in front of onion rings. And in the August to December, Linda, that was not possible. Like I was a person who didn't drink and didn't eat sugar, and that was my identity. And suddenly I'm like ordering, like they weren't even forced on me. I was ordering onion rings. So I laugh, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I feel like, do I have to start again with food? I've been working on other, as you say, the other things that come up. And I worked with this therapist who helped me outline all the trauma I've had, which I didn't know was trauma. It's like, holy shit, like that's a lot of trauma.
That's just I just don't think that's helpful though. I really don't think that's helpful.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, so I'm going to put everything down and talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have some questions. So when you started this statement, you said, I've been really good. I haven't been eating sugar.
And that's a giveaway, I think.
It is a giveaway. Yeah. It's a giveaway that it wasn't coming from true desire to not drink and not sugar. It was coming from a place of restriction and of rules. And if I had to guess, I would guess that you're pretty good at following rules up until a certain point.
That's right.
Or you can follow them for a while, but then you don't like them anymore. And then you got to kind of do your own thing.
Well, can I just say, yeah. I made an agreement with my teenager. Like I talked with my teenager and I said, you like being slim? She said, yes. I said, you're screwing things up by this need for sugar and this want, you just give yourself sugar all the time. Like it was really crazy. So that's the person. Yes, I think my teenager was good. And I had to deal with her and it really worked, but now it's not.
Well, okay. So question, did the eating frenzy come after you had the meeting with the therapist who mapped out all of your trauma? No, it didn't. Okay.
It's just recently when I said, I'm not aware of a lot of trauma, and she kind of went through things. So,
Oh,
well, you might rethink that.
yeah. Well, you have the unlimited one-on-one coaching too. So make sure you're getting with our coaches and you're doing as much one-on-one coaching as you can
Okay.
with them because that's included in your package. Okay, so well, let's ask teenage Linda. Like, if have you had a conversation with her?
No,
Okay. Do you want to now?
sure.
Okay. Um, okay. Maybe put your hand over your heart and tune into her. Everybody can do this if you want to follow along. If you want to get in touch with that part of you that's sabotaging, and we're going to do some like deep tapping on this later, but maybe ask her, just check in with her. Be like, hey, little Linda, what's up? What's going on?
Um, so I have a cold. It's hard to talk. It's hard to make my voice work. Um, my sweetie has left her job, and I'm scared.
Okay, what are you scared about?
Um, boy, I don't know. Are we going to have enough money through this? Do I have to
Hmm.
change everything that I do now?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, what's this mean for
Hmm.
me?
Hmm. Yeah. I could see why that would bring up a lot of fear. That would be really, really scary. Ask her what she needs. What would be one small thing that you can do, you adult Linda can do to make her feel more safe?
Pay attention to the money.
Okay. And when you pay attention to the money, adult Linda, what happens?
I don't.
You don't. Okay.
No.
Okay. So, and that's why you're in this course too, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what you're working through. Um,
Allegedly,
yeah. Okay.
as I said, I
So,
feel AWOL. I don't kind of know where to go.
can you ask her what specifically she needs you to do? Do you need to look at the money every month, every week, every day? What would make her feel safe?
I need to finish looking at all the Amazon purchases and sort them into um, categories so that my accountant and I can look at where the money goes. I don't know exactly where the money goes, so I don't know how to um, have a budget, figure out what we should be doing differently. So it just feels out of control. And so I need to do the Amazon, yeah, sit down and I'm not sitting down, but I need to sit down and take a look at the Amazon stuff from August on.
Okay, great. So that's an actionable step that you can take that will make her feel. So if you do that, ask her if you do that, if you finish that project, will she feel safe then? Because the money stuff isn't sorted out if you do that, but will that help her start to feel safe?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Then
then,
I'm afraid, but I know she's afraid that then we're gonna dial it down. And she's really afraid about that.
so she's afraid that you're not looking at it, and she's also afraid that you're going to take away the spending.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I wonder if you could have the same conversation with her that you did with the sugar, where you ask her,
Oh,
"Hey, you want to feel safe, right? You want to feel protected, right? Okay. Well, is it okay if we dial back the shopping a little bit?"
she's saying yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
no, it worked. It was really great.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
like was having agreements with her was like, wow, it made giving up sugar. I didn't give up sugar. It just went away.
Well, I
The
mean, it's a testament to how much personal growth work you've done because I feel like I find that people that can reframe it like that in their head have just like done a ton of work on themselves. And I know you have. And so,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
kudos to you for being able to shift it that easily. And it might just take, I think this goes on. I don't know if you were here. I don't think you were here last Monday, but this goes
No,
on.
I was on vacation. I was in Florida with all those people.
Well, this goes on your How to Linda list,
Say that
right?
again.
I can't remember who was going through this, but oh, I think it was Wendy. When you discover things that work for you, I keep a list on the top of my on my phone that's pinned to the top. That's the How to Brittany list. And it's all the things that make me feel happy, the things that give me joy, the things that make me feel good, the way to get myself out of a funk. So as you discover things about yourself, you want to write them down, because when you're in a moment of distress, your logical brain goes offline and you won't remember how to do the thing. But you
Right.
can go to your phone and open a document and read the document.
Yeah. Where do you put that?
I pin it in the notes section to the top of my phone. So if you open notes, if you open
Okay.
a note, you can push the pin button, and then it'll stay at the top of your note section. So whenever you open your notes, you'll
Yeah.
go there.
No, that's really what I need to work on. That's because I have this wonderful little spirit.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and and now you know your action step too. So when you have to sit down with the Amazon, if you're going to tap on anything, tap on your resistance to doing that, right? That's what I keep saying over and over again. It's like, what's the needle mover thing? What's the action step that you need to take that's going to get you to your goal? Sounds like that's a really important one. And then the one after that
When
might be,
finding things that are more happy to do. Like, I'm not living a life that's that happy at the moment, and I need to work on that.
yeah. And sometimes, Linda, when I have to do really scary financial things, because I really relate to this, I get one of my best friends who's really good at numbers. She sits down with me. Sometimes she has to do it, or she has to just sit with me and we have to talk it out. Sometimes
Yeah.
just being with somebody while you do it it can be really powerful.
I really need that. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I've been searching in my head for that. I'll find that person.
Yeah. 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 Get
Good.
support with that. Yeah. You're
Okay.
welcome.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. And I would look at your little girl having just had a vacation from the sugar. I don't think it's unraveled everything. I think she just had a vacation from the rules, maybe. Okay. All right, Clara.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. I'm just, yeah, I have a lot of anger coming up, and I guess that I don't really know, like anger, sadness, frustration, and I don't really know what to do with that because like I've
Okay.
been doing a ton of tapping.
Yeah. And you're doing the anger tapping?
I could do more of it. I think what's a little challenging right now is like finding a place where I can just like go for it, without like attracting a lot of concern.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
hard. If you're in apartments, I would use a pillow. You can use a pillow to
Mhm.
muffle the sound.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way. I mean, I lived in apartments my whole career.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and also I just kind of got over it. Like
Hmm.
sometimes
Hmm.
people would come and knock on my door and I'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm a therapist and I'm just
Yeah.
teaching class,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would just use that as the excuse. But if you're in anger right now and you're not doing the anger tapping, that's the only thing that's going to help you break through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
just
that's a
don't
normal part of the
really.
process. You're in the right phase. It might not feel like that, but you're in the right phase.
Okay. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know what to say aside from that. I can tap on it, but I also feel like I have tapped on it and it just like keeps coming up.
It feel when you're in anger, and especially when you're in a purge, which is what I suspect you're in, it
Yeah.
feels like it's never going to stop.
Yeah.
And even if you need to come to this class, or I know you're doing lots of tapping or checking in with Casey pretty much every day. She can remind you that this will end at some
Yeah.
point. It will end.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like the thing that seems to keep coming to the forefront for me is like family relationships. And I feel like there's definitely like I can do the anger tapping, but there's also just a part of me that's resisting the anger tapping because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this dynamic again. That's how it feels.
Yeah, when I can always tell when somebody's not doing anger work because the same issues come to the surface and they keep
Yeah.
repeating. So
Yeah.
the way to put a nail in the coffin to an issue truly is to lean into the anger and to do anger on that relationship. It might not clear in one anger tapping session. So
Okay.
this is going to take patience, dedication, commitment. I mean, you're doing that. You're here, you invested, like
Hmm.
you're doing this.
Hmm.
Just be really easy to yourself. Like, don't like, I mean, I know you just moved, but I would say like, don't make any like rash decisions or big decisions right now. Just like give yourself permission to be in this right now.
Okay. So I should tap whenever it comes up. I guess that's just still what I'm trying to navigate as well as like the pacing.
I would say if you're feeling angry and you're in anger, then do anger work.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to do anger work for more than 45 minutes or an
Okay.
hour. Like that's honestly, really, if you're really in your anger, you can't really do it for more than 20 minutes. And then you can't do any more tapping for the rest of the day.
Yeah. I guess just like an aside question for you with these relationships that were super activating and you did anger work on them, like what was the result of that? Like, were you in relationship with those people anymore, or were you just like, no, I've healed on my own and I'm going my own way?
Oh no. Like with my parents? Yeah.
Or yeah, or anybody else that kind of has a significant hold on you in that way.
Yeah. That's a good question. My relationship with them completely changed. I would say it didn't happen overnight.
Hmm.
But over a period of time, they also started changing.
Mm.
So I didn't have to, I didn't have to change. I mean, nothing, I didn't have to really say anything to them for them to change. And I was also okay if they didn't change. You know, I was in a place for a long time where I couldn't speak to my mom because every time she was around, she would trigger me. And that was
Hmm.
years and years I couldn't speak to
Hmm.
her. But I also wasn't like I would dedicate, okay, I'm going to do tapping on my mom. I'm going to do 12 sessions on tapping on my mom. I would probably get to 8 and I'd be like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired, or something else would come up that would seem more important. But then, when I go back to it, there's those 8 sessions stuck and I just have a couple more. Right.
Mm. Hmm.
And then once yeah, I don't know, one of the things I'm proudest of is that I healed my relationship with my mom. And honestly, she still kind of does the things that she used to do. It just doesn't trigger me. I have no reaction to it. So either they change or you stop responding to it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have something in my eye.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean that it's like it feels I guess that what feels frustrating is that it's a trigger, right? It's like it's just very difficult to have a conversation without the triggers coming up.
Totally. And use that as material. Like that's what I always say, the holidays are the best time to heal your relationship with your family because you're like confronted with them. So let
Mhm.
yourself go there. Let yourself
Yeah,
go there and feel the frustration. And you're not going to be able to stay in it all the time, right?
yeah,
So maybe there's going to be a week that you can like engage, and then there's going to be a couple weeks that you can't.
yeah, yeah. And then I think that just I mean, I'll learn and continue to do it on my own. I think that's something that's like frustrating in these relationships in particular, like particularly with my mom, is like my reaction growing up was I was very comfortable being angry. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that was my little kid's way of like defending myself. And I was like, this is really messed up, So I'm going to like express that in this way. So I feel maybe that there's almost like I don't know, like a resistance to my anger or sort of feeling that I should like be past it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
Mhm.
that. You could tap on like, I don't want to let this go. I don't want to
Yeah.
do anger. I'm resistant to anger. I don't. There's also there's a belief that if I heal this, then I let them off the hook.
Yes.
Yeah, so you might be in that a little bit right now.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, I think that's in the self-sabotage module. There's some
Okay.
language around that.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that actually really resonates. It's
okay,
this feeling of like, if I walk away, if I just do my own healing work, like they don't get what they deserve. That's sort of what
exactly.
I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So tapping on that would be really helpful. Like
Yeah.
I refuse to look at this. I refuse to let go of my pain because
Yeah.
I want them to see how much I've suffered,
Yeah.
how much they hurt me. Yeah, that's all in module in the self-sabotage module.
Okay.
Go through
Awesome.
that.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's a tough spot. That can feel like you're in it forever. My heart goes out to you. Okay, Becky. Unmute yourself, Becky, so I can hear you.
Okay. You may have just answered my question,
Did
but
I?
when I when I when I am angry and I tap, the anger goes away. So anger work does not include tapping. Is that what
Oh,
you're saying?
oh no, it does. Yeah. So you start with getting the anger out of your body in whatever way you want to do that. Hitting pillows, screaming. Sometimes mine is sounds,
Mhm.
primal sounds, whatever. Um, and then when you're tired of that, because your arms will get tired or your voice will get tired, then you tap. And you just keep repeating that over and over again until you're exhausted or you cry.
Okay. When I start tapping, the anger just goes away and I can't get back into it.
Interesting. I wonder if there's like a fear of getting angry. I don't think you
Oh
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was punished for getting angry.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So then you're going to want to tap on, if you go to the document from the last week, or I think it's if you just scroll up from the bottom,
Uh-huh.
there's a whole bunch of different scripts about what this means if I get angry. The
Yeah.
fear or the fear or the beliefs around getting angry. So I
Hmm.
think you need to do some of that. I think that'll really help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm glad you said
Thank you.
that part. That makes more sense.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, Miriam,
Hi.
how are you?
Um, I'm good, thank you. I need your advice on something. I feel like I'm keeping myself stuck in my perch with just one memory. Um, but I'm trying to not go into much detail, but my perch was pretty much about my inner healer awakening. And
Oh,
I feel like I went through so much deep stuff, and I really cleared it. I healed it. And then at the end, that I feel like the last obstacle is that the universe is now saying you cannot just pick if you want to choose that path. There's some responsibility with it. And for me, that's I have a feeling that my father-in-law is going to pass in late March. And this is also that reminds me of something that was actually my first panic attack was when I had the feeling that my grandfather was dying, and the next day he was actually dead.
oh, wow.
Um, so I've been going back and forth on this for 2 weeks now, and I feel
Okay.
like I keep myself kind of stuck.
I
Um,
saw your post in the WhatsApp group and I was
yeah,
hoping you would be here today. I have an idea for you.
yeah.
And I don't know if this is I don't maybe you've already tapped through this, I don't know. But it's something around I want to have a baby, they want me to have a baby. I want to have a
Yeah.
baby, they want me to have a baby. Did you already do that?
I did that, but the thing is, it's really, I mean, I got so freaking mad at my boss because I'm mad at society because I've heard so many, or I've been discriminated so much, because I'm a woman in that age where you could potentially have kids. It's not my parents who want me to have a baby. It's my desire. I
Okay.
have again, I've been discriminated a lot in the job market. People saying, "Ooh, I cannot hire you because you might want to have a baby, or you should align with your colleagues when you're gonna have the baby and stuff like that." But I think I did some anger work on that. Um, I don't know. Maybe I need to go back on that. I'm not sure.
Well, you started this by saying I feel like I'm keeping myself stuck in my purge. What is it that you keep, are you ruminating on the same thing?
No, it's just that last obstacle where it really scared me when I had the feeling that my grandpa was about to pass. And it's really scary for me to have the feeling that my father-in-law might pass, because I feel very isolated with this, because I know that I cannot tell my husband because I'm not sure it's true. Even if it is true, it's not helpful to anybody at all. So I feel kind of isolated. I don't know who to talk to, and I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's very big information. You can do some just like regular tapping on, well, what I would do is I would say I would maybe do the 3 pages and write out like no, knowing that my father-in-law is going to pass means, and then just answer
Yeah.
that question. It means this, it means that, it means this, because it could mean things about you, it could mean things about your family, it could mean things about your unborn baby. Like, it could mean, oh, I have this ability that I don't really want the responsibility of having, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that are connected to that. So I think
Yeah.
this is one of those things where you want to fall back on traditional tapping to just tap on the beliefs and the
Just a minute.
emotions that are around that. Have you
Okay.
have you
Yeah.
watched a video on with me talking about how to do this?
I think so. I think you just say you do 10 minutes of writing where you take a situation and you ask yourself, what does it mean to you? So
Yeah, either
I
10
like,
minutes or
for
three
example, for me,
pages.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. I haven't done that on that subject yet. Yeah,
That's a
I
good way
think
to get out of
that'll
it. If you're
help.
stuck and you're spinning your
Yeah,
wheels on something, that's a good
yeah,
way to get out of that.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I have the same thing with some foods. I've changed my eating preferences and behavior drastically, but with some foods, I just come back, and I've done ball of light, I've done the echo tapping, I've done breaking up with the foods, but some foods just like, I don't know, I cannot get rid of them, and
It's
that's
it's
also
not
what I
that you
was
can't get rid
saying.
of them, it's that you have to keep repeating
Yeah,
it until it's gone. It feels like
yeah,
you're not making progress. I know, like I've been in it,
mm-hmm,
so I know how it feels, but you have to keep pushing it away. It's not that the
yeah,
tapping you did before didn't work, it's that you're at a deeper layer. So it
yeah,
feels
okay,
like it's not working, but you just got to do it. And if you want to give yourself permission to just not do it for a couple weeks, that's fine too.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes you
yeah,
don't have the
yeah,
bandwidth to push it away.
okay. How often do you feel like somebody has to push one and same food away until it really
It
sticks?
it's usually about 90 days of doing it consistently. So what I say is
Okay.
if you're eating every night, if you're eating every night when you know you're not really hungry, if you apply the techniques 50% of the time, so 50% of the time you can't do it, you don't
Mm.
want to do it, and then 50% you do, it takes about 90 days.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was
Okay.
just wondering because with some foods it really went away so quickly. And then with others I just keep popping back, and that's sometimes it feels like self-sabotage to me, because then I feel like I don't even want it anymore. I eat it anyway, and this is
Yeah.
also whatever.
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
you know you're in phase two is when you've made progress, but then
Mm-hmm.
maybe you had like a break and with like food didn't bother you for a while and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. And you kind of celebrated. And
Yeah.
then it
Yeah.
feels like they're coming back, but that's actually self-sabotage that's coming up to be healed.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay,
And
I
I'll
know
try
it's
the
hard. It's a
three
hard
pages.
phase to be
Yeah.
in. It's a hard phase to be
Yeah.
in. But you're not
Thank
alone.
you.
Everybody
Yeah.
here is going through that.
I know. I can feel like the whole group is at the self-sabotage stage, and that's really helpful. I feel we are really in the same boat.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
you're
everyone.
welcome. This is tough. I'm also experiencing this too with my own stuff. I have a lot of resistance. Okay, Erin.
That was so helpful. It said the host would like you to unmute, and then I was just able to click on it. There's been all this talk about self-sabotage. So I have a couple different, so I feel like my self-sabotage is inactivity, which is really frustrating because I I feel like everyone else's self-sabotage is like trying to do things and they're not working. Um,
Oh yeah, that's how mine shows up too. I don't want to do anything. I feel tired. I'm like, I want to do anything except for my thing.
it's like so there's, okay, the food thing, there's this food that I kept not pushing away. And finally I was like, tonight's the night. We're going to push it away. And then I sat down with it and I was like, I don't want this. And I think don't have a desire for the food because I don't want to have to tap on it. Is that, I think I'm like so resistant to, like, I don't think I've done some scripts here and there maybe in the last week or two, but I don't think done any push away stuff in the last week.
How much anger have you done?
I did like 10 minutes before we got on this call because I feel like this call ends up being like the boiling point, you know? And so I sort of flipped out before getting on here. I sort of wrote really angry for a little while. You can't even read it. It looks like a doctor wrote it. And then I did some like pounding the pillow thing. I've definitely felt myself be more angry this week. I think also one of the things, the main thing I kind of wanted to ask you about was I had this ADHD assessment, got the results back, and he's like, you definitely have this. And I can tell that I'm not making eye contact with you because I'm going to make eye contact with you. Because I'm like, I don't know what Britt thinks of this. I don't know if you're like in the Gabor Mate camp, which is like ADHD isn't a thing. And I'm still not making eye contact. Okay. I feel like on the one hand, it's validating because it explains so much about my life, really. My like ability to self-activate is so low. And I feel like I'm really running into that, especially with this program. So I've had a lot of sadness and anger, just sort of thinking back about this little girl who, you know, the guy said, he's like, you're very intelligent. The problem is it took you so much more energy to do the stuff versus other people. And so it's just like, feels like 30 years of like all these hopes and dreams that just couldn't happen because I wasn't able to sit down and do the work. Like reading a textbook is like nearly impossible. And listening to a lecture is really difficult, which is like what you need to be able to do I wanted to go to med school. So anyway, so I felt a lot of anger and sadness around that. And now I feel like I'm trying to figure out what's the balance between accepting that this is how I am, kind of like you were saying, like you bear and hibernate, and between like at the same time not trying to enable myself to not do stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's the only reason that I will not take those tests because I think we all have ADHD now because because of social media, our attention span, everybody's attention span is way less than it used to be. I can see it in marketing. Marketing, we used to like a 90-minute webinar, people used to be able to sit through that no problem. Now it's hard. We used to have 3-minute long social media videos and now we're down to 30 seconds to a minute, right? It's just like I've just seen these patterns change over time. So I think, yeah, I think, you know, there could be some feelings around, I would just tap on my feelings about it. I would, you know, if you feel validated, if you feel angry, um, move through those emotions, right? Do the anger tapping or do the regular tapping on, you know, this all makes sense. And also learn yourself, right? So what part is hard for you? Is it the finishing? Is it the starting? Is it like what part feels hard?
yeah, if it's something I want to do, the finishing is hard. If it's something I don't want to do, then it's the starting is hard, which is what's hard with this. It's like that's what makes it so isolating because it's like I feel like you're, I don't know, healthy or non-dysfunctional or whatever person, like gets on the chat and is like, I'm really struggling today, blah, 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 you know, and I can't get myself to do that, or to sit down and do stuff, or to juggle multiple things at a time. So like the days where my kids are with their dad, I feel like I'm able to do a little bit of tapping, but when my kids are back with me, I can't like juggle both of those things at the same time. Like it's too overwhelming to kind of be mom, I guess, and do that. Like even if it's in the evening.
So is the problem that you're not making yourself tap? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did put a resistance to I don't want to tap in the
Yeah, I saw
group.
that.
I
And
also know, like for myself, I just got a dog a couple weeks ago, and I noticed that I mean, it's not as much as kids, but it's a lot more than I'm used to. And I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of bandwidth. Like and I realized that I was using having him around as an excuse to not look at my stuff. And I did that for a couple weeks. And then this week I just got tired of telling myself that, like, oh, I do want to achieve these goals. Oh, I do. I made a commitment. Oh, so like you, when I want something bad enough, I stay stuck a little bit, but then I get there. If I want something bad enough, I know that I can get myself there eventually. So I think sometimes we just have to get sick of our behavior, sick of staying stuck, and then that gives us the ammunition to take action.
yeah, I feel like that works easier with one-time things, but it's harder when it's something that needs to happen over time. So like I'm a last minute person because I have to, like, that's why the anger shows up in full force 10 minutes before the call versus me being able to like address it over time. That's why
Well, maybe that's your process. Maybe that's your designated tapping time, is when you know you're going to get on one of these calls. That's 6 times a month. I mean, I don't think that's enough to do it, but that's 6 times that you could do some really intense tapping with yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Right? Like you just have to learn your systems. I'm not good at finishing things, so I hire people who are really good at finishing things, because I know I'll get the project to a certain point and then I can feel it. I just let go of one of my finishers and I'm like, I'm trying to finish this thing. I can feel it. I'm having a meltdown trying to finish this thing. It's just not my skill set. I am tapping to get myself to finish it. I will finish it, but I'm also not going to force myself to be something that is so hard.
Yeah.
Right. So I think a lot of this, but I think a lot of me understanding myself and giving myself that permission came from doing a lot of anger tapping, doing a lot of tapping on the rejection, healing my addictions with food and alcohol and all the things. Right. So this stuff it comes when you focus on solving one problem. You just keep yourself focused on the food stuff, the other stuff will become easier. It truly will. Um, it just takes time, and it takes tapping regularly.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I need to tap on the belief of I'm not reliable, because I feel like that's there as well.
Yeah, I think you would benefit from doing a 3 pages, like maybe what I would do is I would list out all the beliefs that you have about, like, this is who I am. I am somebody with ADHD. I cannot finish anything. I get stuck. No wonder I didn't go to med school. Like, the chaos that's going on around this. Just say it, write it out, and then tap on all of those statements to get that out of your head, because you're just kind of spinning and you're distracting yourself from the important thing.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a sabotage mechanism also.
Right. Okay. So
Your brain's like, okay, we came here for weight loss, but let's do this thing. Let's figure out what all of our other problems too. And then you're not working on the food.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think maybe I work well in a team. Maybe I need to view this container, this group of people. No, but then I feel like I was going to say I need to view this group of people as my team. And if I don't show up for my team, then I'm letting my team down. But then I'm just putting a different sort of pressure, something on myself to get something done. Right.
I think that's okay. If it works for you, I would say it's okay.
Okay.
Also, you have the tapping circle. You can go to the tapping circle calls. We have a group call pretty much every day.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you need more accountability to tap, just show up to one of those calls and go to the calls.
Okay.
Yeah, and tap on whatever's there. I mean, they're working on food stuff, but that was your intention. So
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, Mary, and then I'll take Stephanie. I'm gonna and then I want to get us tapping for today. Hey, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm new, so sorry. I did want to tell you that I need to talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
Was the main reason that I raised my hand. But everybody just sounds absolutely wonderful, and I'm just so glad that I joined. This is going to be amazing. I've been in the some of your other programs, and that's the whole reason that I joined this. So I am very much looking forward to all of this. So thank you.
Okay, I can stay on for a couple minutes after the class is done.
Okay, yeah, just will only take a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Stephanie.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to bounce off the thing about the self-sabotage because I find myself doing it in two different ways. And maybe it's just one tapping script, but I will self-sabotage myself around my food. Because I'll sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna eat this healthy lunch or whatever, but then you're gonna tell me to push the food away. I just realized that. But part of it is that I've got this, and I think I may have mentioned this to you before, but it's this thing where it's like even even I can't tell myself what to do because otherwise that just makes me mad. So it drives me insane because the same thing happens when the lady was talking about the ADHD, which is
Yeah.
that I I also can't initiate, and it's getting worse the older that I get because I need to get something done.
Yeah.
Like something really stupid, like my Christmas tree is still up. It's like I need to get that done, but I always find other things that I think are more important, but they're not more important. They're less important. But
Yeah.
I'll do that instead of doing the thing that I need to be doing.
Well, I wonder if you would benefit from the technique that Linda shared, which is to tune into that part of you that's resisting the tapping, that doesn't want to push the food away, that doesn't want to take the Christmas tree down, and have a conversation with her and see what's wrong. What does she need? Why doesn't she want to take the Christmas tree down? I had to do this when I first started to do the push the food away when I didn't know if this would stick or if it would work, but I realized that I had to keep doing it over and over again because it worked. I had fear around doing it because I wanted to keep my problems, right? Everybody, I think, has had that experience. So what I would do is I was living in Mexico at the time and I would walk into the store. We have this store, it's called the Oxxo. It's kind of like a 7-Eleven. I walked into the Oxxo and it's like all the candy and all the crap and all the chips and the drinks and all this stuff. And so I walk in and I would buy the thing I know I should push the food away. I know I should push the food away. I don't want to push the food away. I don't want to push the food away. And then I came up with this way where I would make agreements with myself. I would say, okay, listen, let's just try it once. Let's just try it once. Let's just push it away once. And if it doesn't work, you can still have the food. We've done the tapping and then you can still eat. And for some reason that worked for me. And I gave myself permission. So I had my food though. I left with the food and I knew that I was going to eat it after I did the tapping. And then when I did the first round of tapping, it lessened my desire so much that I was able to do another round and another round, and then I didn't want the food anymore. So I'm curious if something like that would work. Maybe it's not that exactly, but it's making agreements with yourself. Like, hey, okay, if we just do this one thing, maybe let's just take the lights off. Let's just take the lights off today. We don't have to take it down. Let's just take the lights off. Would that be okay? Can we just do the lights? And then see if she says yes to that. And then, okay, maybe we just do this one, maybe we just do 2 minutes of tapping. Just 2 minutes. You don't have to do the whole thing. Because the other thing that can happen too, and I'm guilty of this as well, is we hold ourselves to really high standards, and so we try to do too much at once. And so there's a part of us that's like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's a lot. It's heavy. You know, anger work is tough, right? Push the food away is tough. So there's a part of us that knows this is going to be hard, and I don't want to do it. And so if you make little agreements like, okay, let's just do 2 minutes. Let's just start with 2 minutes. And then after 2 minutes, you can decide truly, then you've met that goal. You can decide if you want to keep tapping or if you're done. And if you're done, then that's the agreement. You're done.
It kind of makes sense what you're talking about. And I think the attitude is I don't want to. And you can't, and and that goes back to my thing about I don't want to do that, and you can't make me. And it drives me insane because like I have things that need to get done and they just don't.
Sometimes you can do the tapping, I don't want to, you can't make me, and you can do the tapping on that. And sometimes I can't even get myself to do the tapping on that. And then I just have to talk to myself. So you've probably heard me talk about tapping on, I don't want to, you can't make me, I don't want to, you can't make me. I think that's great tapping to do. That's in alignment with self-sabotage for sure. And then, so that usually is really helpful. Often too, if we're resisting something, it's because we're giving ourselves too big of a task. It's too big. It's too much. We have our expectations are too high. So I remember when I first started working out again, going to the gym, I told myself I was going to go to the gym 5 days a week. And I wasn't doing it. It was horrible and I hated it and I was resisting. I wasn't even getting there 1 day a week. And then I took all of those expectations off and I told myself, okay, I'm just going to go 2 days in the week. Once I hit my 2 days, I'm good. I've hit my goal. I have achieved it. I'm done. And that gave me so much confidence hitting my goal, just going twice a week, that I ended up adding a third day on that. Sometimes I hit and sometimes I didn't, but that got me into really good shape. Just going the 2 or 3 days a week sometimes. So because I was consistent about it, it would have happened faster if I was going 5 days a week, but I was resisting it. So sometimes it's also tactical too. You have to look at what you're expecting of yourself.
Which is to get it all done.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like your inner little child might just be like, girl, I need a vacation. I'm tired of all that. I'm tired of this to-do list.
Well, part of my to-do list is getting ready for a vacation. So that's funny.
Oh,
yeah.
Have you guys ever had have you ever done a to-do list instead of a to-do list? I love this reframe. So I learned it from a friend of mine. Basically, instead of a to-do list, I make it a to-do list. And I write down all the things that need to get done in the day, but I also leave some things up to like my angels or my helpers, and I kind of intend that some of this stuff will get done without me having to actually do it myself. It's just a cool, instead of to do, I like the reframe on to-do. It lightens the expectation. And then also at the end of the day, if you take, I don't know, sometimes it takes me 30 minutes, but if you think through all the things you actually did in the day, and you go through at the end of the day, you're done, you're in bed, you write out all the things you did in the day. The sense of accomplishment and the sense of achievement that comes from that is a self-confidence booster. When I do this regularly, I feel really good about myself. I think as women, we're used to doing so much and not really getting credit. It's the invisible labor that we've just kind of like, we were raised with we were raised kind of conditioned that there's all these things that women just do that we don't get the applause or we don't get credit for. And so we don't give it to ourselves. And I'm not doing it regularly now, but I know when I've gone through this exercise and I've done this for weeks or months at a time, my self-esteem is like here. So I don't know, that might be something that would be valuable. Just try it for like a day or a couple days. It took me about a week for me to feel the difference. So maybe commit to doing that for a week and just notice how you feel.
I could definitely try that. I think that part, oh shoot, that thought just went out of my brain. Um, so I think that part of it is that when I get to that overwhelmed stage, like because I'm can't get initiated because I don't really want to do it at that moment, is that then I just get so overwhelmed that I just sit and
Yeah,
do nothing,
I do too. And that is,
which
yeah,
makes me
in
insane.
NLP, they call it, what do they call it? Chunking. They call that the problem. You got to chunk the task down into smaller bite size. So if you have to pack for a vacation, the only thing you have to do is put your bathing suits in the suitcase. You don't have to actually pack for the whole vacation, but today you're just going to put your bathing suits in. Right? So when you chunk it into smaller tasks, the task becomes manageable.
Da, 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 da. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Because all the task management info that I know, I'm really bad at that too. I have like booby traps set up in my life. I make agreements, I make commitments to things, I tell people that certain things are going to be due. I just booby trap my life to get myself to do things. Truly. I know this person's going to be mad at me, or this we're not going to be able to do this, or I got to do this class. Okay, let's do some tapping. I thought this would be a good time to do some tribal trauma tapping. This is actually really good for me to do too, because helped me see some of the blocks that I'm having. So the tribal trauma block is essentially the part of us that the animal instinct to belong to our tribe. Okay, when before 150 years ago, if we were alone, we would die. Think about people, when we lived in teepees, or, I mean, we've always needed a tribe in order to survive and live. Even in the animal kingdom, if they want to kill animals, they'll kick them out of the tribe, because sometimes a lot of animals can't survive without others helping protect them or hunt for them, or whatever it is. And so we have this an animal instinct to want to stay with the tribe and not change, so that our tribe won't reject us. Okay, so we're going to do a good amount of tapping today. We're going to start this with, well, actually, I'm going to give you a little blurb. I'll put this in the doc. Your tribe is your family of origin. It's your cultural background, your socioeconomic class, your community. And from birth, you've been absorbing messages, spoken and unspoken, about what's possible for people like you. Going beyond what your family of origin has achieved feels unnatural. It feels like betrayal. It feels like you're abandoning the people who raised you. And that's why success blocks are often not about capability, they're about loyalty. The subconscious asks, if I become more successful than my parents, am I saying that they weren't good enough? If I achieve wealth when my family struggled, am I betraying where I came from? If I outgrow my childhood friends, will I lose the only people who truly know me? Okay. It's not these specifically, but it's something like this. So everybody's going to come up with what their tribal trauma is today. Okay. So they are loyalty conflicts, and these are the things that will keep you stuck or frozen or in resistance. Okay. So we're going to start by exaggerating your success. Okay. So I want everybody to think about their misogi. What's the goal that you have that you want to achieve? If it's success with your body, I want you to imagine yourself having achieved success with your body. Okay. So what does that look like? Are you in super good shape? Imagine maybe you got a new outfit. Imagine you're wearing something really sexy. Okay, so that's one way. We're going to amplify this, but I want you to kind of make some notes about what it is, what you look like, and what you feel like. Um, if it's success, maybe it's Um, you know, if you're if it's starting a business, maybe you see, you know, a certain amount of followers in your Instagram, or maybe you see a certain amount of money in the bank, and you're dressed a certain way because you've hit a success with this. Okay. So once you have that clear, we're going to amplify this. Okay. So mine was, you guys know I want to get on these, I want to get on these podcasts. If I'm on these podcasts, there's a visibility aspect of that. Okay. So okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to be in that body. You're going to like imagine stepping into that body. Imagine being there as the woman who has achieved this. Okay, so imagine fast forward a year. So you're at December 31st, 2026, and you have achieved your goal. Okay, you're in her body. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that you're on stage. You walk onto a stage and you're up high, and there's a spotlight that comes on that's shining the spotlight on you. Okay, so you're in this. You've achieved success, you're in your body, you've got the wealth, you've got the business, whatever it is. And you're standing on stage and there's a spotlight. And the audience is black, but all of a sudden your eyes kind of adjust and you see in the audience that all your friends and your family members are standing around you. Okay? And so notice how that feels to have all your friends and family standing around you, and they're lower than you. They're lower than you. You're up high, you've got a spotlight. They're lower than you. They're looking up at you. And I want you to say, if you're working on your body success, I want you to be like, look at how great I look. I look so good. Look at how much weight I've lost. I look so good. So you want to exaggerate. So for me, what I had to say was, look at all these stages that I'm on. Look at how successful I am. It feels really icky to say this, okay? It should feel icky. That's the point. If it's success, maybe you want to say, look at how much money I have. Okay, so you want to come up with the ickiest statements that are going to bring up the most amount of feelings. Okay. So as you say these statements, I want you to look around at your friends and your family members. Who's upset? Maybe type in the chat and tell me who's upset, and tell me what the reaction is. Are they jealous? Are they insecure? So like my mom was jealous. My dad wanted to borrow money from me. My mom was, she wanted me to take care of her. My sisters were jealous and my dad wanted to borrow money from me. Okay. So those were the reactions of my people. Wendy said my sister's jealous. Okay, great. Sister is jealous. Okay, great. Cousins are jealous. Great. Younger sister's jealous. Yep. You guys, we live in a society where we're conditioned. Like, think about Cinderella, right? The jealous stepsisters, right? We're kind of conditioned with like women get jealous. Women are, women respond to other women in this way. My son is proud. My sister is proud, but secretly jealous. Okay, great. Husband is jealous. Yes. One woman said, my husband will want to have more sex with me. Or I will want to have more sex, but not with my husband. BFF is jealous. Another one can be, I won't relate to people anymore. If I don't have this problem, then what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do together? How are we going to bond? Ex-friend is upset. Lisa says, who do you think you are? You think you're better than me? Yes. Great. Okay. So what you're going to do now is, the mean girls still think I'm ugly. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to isolate each one of these relationships. And you guys are going to start tapping, and you're going to tap. And what I want you to do is I want you to move through the energy. I want you to use anger tapping as a way to move through their reaction to you. Okay, so if you think about, Linda, I'm gonna keep everybody muted so that you can make sounds and nobody can hear you. So yeah, everybody's muted. Oh, I'm gonna mute you, TK. Yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take each person, okay, write down all the people that you're working with, okay? And you're gonna take each person and you're gonna do some anger tapping, hit pillows, and you don't have to get it to completion, but you're gonna look at that person, feel their response. So what are they jealous? Do they want you to take care of them now? I told you my dad wanted to borrow money from me. Feel the reaction in you when you think about that person's response. And I want you to start by like, kind of get it out and then do some tapping. And then do a round of tapping. Okay. And we're gonna work with each person like this. I think we have time for like 4 people. Okay. I'm gonna set a timer. And we're gonna give each person, it doesn't need a lot of time. We're gonna give each person 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So take the first person, say the statement again. Look at how successful I am. Look at these podcasts I'm on. Look at how much money I have. Look at how hot I am. Say that with like real confidence and notice that person's reaction and then tap through the points. Shake it out of your body, hit some pillows. Doing great, guys. Keep going. Remember to alternate the tapping and the yelling and the primal. For me, I needed a lot of breathing and a lot of weird sounds. You're doing great, guys. Got 1 more minute. Come back and make your statement again. Look at how amazing I am. Look at how much money I have. Keep repeating that statement and then notice their reaction and feel your reaction to their reaction. Okay, Mary Lou, if that person has no reaction, move on to the next person. You guys are doing awesome. All right. Okay, that's time. And we don't have to, the goal is not to, we don't need to get it down to a 0. Okay. This isn't like how we do the other tapping. We're going to go back through and we're going to tap this to completion in a different way. All right. So if you're really in the middle of it, just stay grounded and stay in that. But if you're ready, move on to the next person. Okay. So go back and we're going to do the same process again. So make your statement. Look at how amazing I am. Look at how sexy I look. Check out my legs. Look at my bank account. Okay. We want it to feel icky. This should feel icky. Move to the next person. What's their reaction? Notice your reaction to their reaction. Okay? 3 minutes starts now. You might need to repeat your icky statement a couple of times to get the full reaction. Good job, Linda. You're going for it. Well done. Yes. Yeah. Say the icky statement again. Look at how amazing I look. Look at how much money I have. You guys are doing great. Wendy's going for it. Yes. Okay, 30 more seconds. All right. Everybody take a nice deep breath. Whew. Except if you're in something right now and you want to keep moving through it, honor that, honor your process. Okay. And now let's take the next person. So go to the next person that was in that room and say your statement again. Your exaggerated statement. Tell me what some of your statements are so that I can repeat them back to you. If you put them in the chat, it'll help me. Only my sister is very jealous. Okay, Mary Lou, maybe you just have your sister to work on. Maybe you don't have anybody else to work on. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm so loved. Look at how amazing my relationship is with my husband. Actually, I use that one too. Look at how amazing my relationship is. Yeah, that's a great one. Look at how sexy he is. We have the best relationship. Look at me now. I feel great. Stephanie, I would say something. Why you feel great? Can you say like, look at my body, look at how skinny I am, or look at how fit I am, right? You want to exaggerate it so that it makes you kind of feel like it's not something you would say in real life. I know that, but it brings up the core tribal trauma a lot faster when we say something that's kind of icky. Don't you love how good my boobs look? I love that one. Look at my tits. I love that. Okay. All right. Look at how confident I am. Look at how confident I am now that I don't have medicine. Look at how grounded I am. Look at how powerful I am. Look at how successful I am without my medicine. Love that. Okay, so make your statement again. Look at the next person. So the third person, and say your icky statement. I guess we'll call it an icky statement. It's the only thing that I can come up with right now. All right. Look at how great I look. All right. Say it to that person. Imagine that third person now. Look at how sexy I am. Look at my great relationship. Look at my amazing husband. Look at how hot I am. Yes. Look at how rich I am. Check out my muscular body. Check out my legs. Check out the muscles on my body. Okay. Feel feel their reaction and your reaction to them, and then go for it, everybody. Yes, you guys are doing awesome. Keep going. Check me out. Wow, look at how amazing I am. You guys are doing great. Ooh, there's some deep stuff with this one. Mary, don't worry about getting it right. This is just what your mind thinks will happen. This isn't necessarily like the truth of what they're really feeling. This is just your mind's perception. So there might be a little too much pressure on getting it right or knowing exactly. So see if you can just like release the pressure and even just guess. Or you might not have this one. Not everybody has this one. I would say most people have it, but not everybody has it. Awesome, Stephanie. That speaks to how much work you've already done on yourself. Also, is that true if you exaggerate it? Check out how hot I am. Right? We can say like, oh, look, I'm so successful. Look, I'm so fit, and everybody's proud, but we want to exaggerate it. We want to really shine. We want to really be the very best version of ourselves and be proud of it. Sometimes that's why the exaggeration really helps kind of tap into those deeper layers. Okay. All right, everybody take a nice deep breath unless you're really in something. Whew, how's everybody doing? This is deep. Yeah, I see a lot of yawns. Okay. Do we have one more round in us? Do we have one final person? Yeah? Yes? Okay. All right, so let's go and focus on the final person. Uh, Again, say your statement. Look at how great my tits look. Look at how awesome. Look at how in shape I am. Look at my ass. You could bounce a quarter off my ass. I mean, you guys, I know you would never say this out loud, but check out my abs. I think, Amanda, you wanted to have abs. Check out my abs. Okay, to talk back to voices and call out lies in our anger. Yeah, if there's words coming to you, then say those words out loud. You don't have to find the words. Okay, so everybody have their final person. So say your icky statement. Notice their reaction and then notice your reaction to their reaction and start tapping. You guys are doing great. Keep going. Good. Lots of yawning. This one might be easier because of all the tapping you've already done. Yes, how selfish and how self-absorbed. Good. So just feel your reaction to that. You don't have to have words for it. Just notice your reaction to that. Get that reaction out of your body. Ah, ah, ah. Yes, go for it, Linda. Love this. Woo. Okay, you guys are doing great. You have 1 minute left. Repeat your statement again. Bring up those feelings. Intend to find whatever's left. Fifteen seconds. All right. Take a nice deep breath. If you're in the middle of something, finish your tapping. But if you feel complete, whoo, everybody drink some water. Take a few deep breaths. Well done, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna end this with 5 short rounds of tapping. Okay. That's why I said it's not important for you to get this to a 0 because we're going to kind of use a script to get the rest of it. Okay. So again, everybody kind of reorient to the stage, feel yourself on the stage, notice the spotlight on your head, think about the success that you're trying to achieve. The version of you that has achieved that is standing on this stage, and you're looking out at all your friends and family members, and you're standing above them, and you say your statement. Look at how successful I am. Look at how amazing I am. Look at how much money I have. And maybe you show them your bank account, or you are wearing like a tiny bathing suit, or you're wearing something really that like really shows your body off. Okay. Or you're wearing a tube top to show your abs. Look at how hot I look. Look at how hot my husband is. Look at how happy I am in my relationship. Okay. And feel whatever's left. Okay. And we're going to tap along. Repeat after me. Even though I am terrified of being seen at my goal, even though success brings up complicated feelings, I look forward to the day I no longer feel this way. Even though being successful doesn't feel simple, it brings up tension instead of relief. No wonder I'm sabotaging myself. Something in me feels exposed when I imagine it. I'm not just reaching my goal. They are reacting to it. Part of me feels, and you want to fill in the blank, whatever you feel. Maybe it's self-conscious. Say whatever's true for you. Part of me feels, what's true for you? Part of me feels, I notice my urge to shrink. I notice my urge to explain myself. It feels safer to just stay the same. And I look forward to the day I no longer feel this way. I imagine them having strong reactions and opinions about my success. Okay, say this statement again. Look at how amazing I am. Look, check out my abs. Look at my amazing relationship. Okay. They're having strong reactions and opinions about my success. I feel misunderstood and judged. And I learned that my success is risky. They are judging me. They are questioning me. They're comparing themselves to me. My success will make them uncomfortable. My success will change our dynamic. Or I'll feel pressure to manage their feelings. So part of me learned it's just easier to stay small. It's easier not to shine too brightly. It's easier to stay right where I am. It's easier to stay frozen. And I totally honor this part of me that learned this for safety. All right, everybody take a nice deep breath. Again, be in your success. Your visualizations, the reactions of the people are probably changing, and that's okay. But again, reorient back to the stage. You're in your successful body. Say your statement. And keep tapping through the points, even though I made an unconscious agreement. Never to outgrow them. Never to disrupt the family system. And never to change or shine too much. To always keep things the same. I can see how this has kept me stuck. And I see how this has limited my expansion. Because deep down, I believed that my success would cost me connection. That my growth would create distance. That my success would cause pressure. Now, being fully myself would be too much. And I honor this part of me that's kept me safe all these years. And I'm open to healing this now. I am no longer willing to hold myself back. I want you to say this with power. I almost said say it with fuego. Say it with fuego. I am no longer willing to edit myself for others. I am no longer willing to delay my own life. I am no longer willing to keep things comfortable. I am no longer willing to dim my success. And I choose to turn this self-protection into self-empowerment. I no longer need their permission to grow. I no longer need their approval to evolve. I give myself permission to fully step into my power. I can succeed and stay connected. I can grow and remain grounded. I can be successful, visible, and safe. I am allowed to live my best life. I release how I am perceived. I am free to achieve my success. I trust myself with this. Excuse me. I trust myself with my success. I trust my ability to stay centered and connected. Take another nice deep breath here. I am safe being seen as I succeed. Imagine you're on the stage again. Okay. You're looking out at everybody. Their reactions to you probably have shifted at this point. So just take note of that. Okay. And you're going to say this, imagine saying this on stage in front of them. I am safe being seen as I succeed. My growth strengthens my sense of belonging. My evolution is natural and supported. My success supports me. My success strengthens me. I carry belonging inside of me. I welcome the full expression of who I am. My success integrates seamlessly into my life. I am rooted in self-trust and open to more. My presence creates connection. I am welcomed at every level of my growth. My life opens in ways that feel aligned and secure. I am at home in myself at every level of success. Okay, everybody take a nice deep breath. And again, be in your body. Now look around at everybody in the room and notice their reaction. What is their reaction now? Okay, their reaction should have shifted a lot. If there is anything that has not shifted, that is a good that would be something good for you to dive into and do some like echo tapping or some deeper healing around that. Maybe there's more anger work that needs to be done with that person, or maybe there's, you know, a specific memory or something that you can go back in time and heal. All right. How are you guys feeling? Does anybody want to share ahas or share what happened? Lisa.
Yeah, that was really powerful. And
Yeah.
what was aha about it was my cousins. I mean, they don't even live in the same state. We don't have that much um interaction, but their hold on me of their judgment, they're four older girls, and I idolized them growing up. I
Wow.
idolized them, and now they are so jealous of me, and I've had success, but I've had limited success because I'm like, it's not safe to do too well because I'll really get kicked out of the tribe. I mean, they've expressed some jealousy, but they've kept me in the tribe. And now, but what I was thinking, I mean, do I need to? I don't like that word, like what is it? No contact or whatever. But I don't. They're not healthy to be in my life. So I don't know if I'm looking for to stay to honor that connection. I'm kind of looking to sever it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think when you do this tapping, um you know, one of the things I love about tapping is that it's bringing you to your natural state of origin, which is to completely love yourself and to be like perfectly intact, you know, spiritually, psychologically, to be born with like perfect self-confidence and self-love. And so the more tapping you do on this, the more you might decide to make those decisions, or the more you might decide to get some space from them. But I wouldn't like force yourself to go to no contact. I would just notice if that's a desire after you do maybe few more rounds of this.
Yeah, and just like I guess focus more on me being insecure in my success as opposed to getting their approval because I may or may not get their approval.
Yeah, you might
Never.
have to do this a couple of times. I mean, this
Yeah.
is one of those, this is like throw the food in the garbage can. If this is really strong for you, you might have to do it a couple of times in order to like
Mhm.
really get completion on it.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. Very powerful. Very powerful. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ellen, how was that for you? I saw you really going for it.
Oh, that was emotional.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw.
I went through my daughter, my ex, my sister-in-law, um, and so I think I've uncovered a belief that, I sort of knew this all along, but I didn't really get it, that I believed that I was unwanted and that all I really want is to be loved and accepted by them. And I felt like my whole life I've been the one who's been, like we have an aunt Marion in our family, and she was the one that everybody thought she was my mom's sister, and everybody thought she was like weird looking and messy and didn't have a good sense of colors. And um, she was just unpopular with everybody. And people would talk about her. Oh, do we have to invite Aunt Marion? And um, stuff like that. And I feel like I've been put into that role by my
Hmm.
family over the years. And so
Oh,
anyway, but I'm really excited about this, and um I also uncovered some anger, like why should I have to be the one to change to earn their love?
totally.
Yeah.
Why am I not okay the way I am?
Totally. Totally.
It's not me that's bad, it's them.
Yes.
Oh,
Good. That's good. There might be some more tapping there, but well
I
done,
I think
Ellen.
so.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good work today. Hey, Mary, did you ever find something? Here, I can click it. There you go.
Okay. No. But I went through all this. My family basically kicked me out of the family when
Oh.
the incest was brought out.
Mm.
So that's when I lived in Cincinnati. So it got so bad that I moved out to Reno.
Okay.
And so I went through all that anguish and everything about not being accepted in the family. But what I did is I turned it around to my success. I couldn't do the big thing because really they would welcome me back in if I wanted to go back to their ways, you know.
Right.
So I turned it back onto my success. Is it safe for me to be it's easier to stay small where I am, but I don't want that. So that for me, it was very powerful to turn it around to my success.
Maybe also to Mary, there's like, if I'm more successful, that means I will have more responsibility. This person will expect more from me, that I won't be able to do that behavior that I normally do with this person. I don't know if any of that, but I would maybe do some journaling on what does being successful mean to me. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with your family of origin, but there are some beliefs around what that would mean in terms of like what you expect from yourself or what you can and can't do anymore.
Yeah, and I think it's my belief that I'm constantly thinking what others think of me. I had a hard time at one point going to the grocery store. I thought everyone was looking at what I put in my grocery cart.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm working on letting go of is what will, and it's no one. I mean, it's imaginary.
Strangers.
Yeah, it's all in my head.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe your stadium is full of a sea of strangers.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so that's what it is for you. So
okay,
and it makes sense. If your family kicked you out, you already went through this process.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that maybe I don't know what the core wounding is, but it's like, you know, there's probably some like, if they really see me, will they kick me out like my family did? Or, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. But yeah, I love that. That was great.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Glad you got there. All right, Mary Lou.
Hi, this is very strange what's come up. It's actually not a figure, but like what the Bible taught me very early in God, that I'm to be humble, that I'm supposed to give, never take, never think of myself. And this is all wrong since I was very, very little.
So maybe your stage needs to be in church, and you need to have the priest or the pastors in the audience too, saying, look at how great I look.
Oh, okay.
Did you come up with
because I've changed my religious beliefs into more new age thinking, but I realized that the authority figure in my life was not my parents. It's all this programming way back to love myself.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm always finding ways that I can make it so we're working with your primal brain here. Okay? So knowing that information, does standing on a stage in church with with pastors and priests around you, does that give you an ick at all, or does that give you a reaction?
I feel like such a sinner doing that.
Okay, great. So that's what I want you to imagine. That's the visualization that I want you to imagine.
Okay.
And then what was it? Is it about your body, or is it about what were you working on? Food, right?
Anything where I love myself.
Okay.
I'm
so
supposed to
I
love.
would say, like, look at how much I love myself. Look at how fit I am. Look at how amazing my life is.
Well, okay. And then
if it feels bad, that's the point.
And then when I tap on that, what statements do I come up with? Because I feel like I'm going to hell.
Okay, that's what you tap on. You don't have to say you're going to hell. You just feel the I'm going to hell feeling. You know, that I'm going to hell feeling. You tap on that until that's gone from a 10 to a 2 or a 3.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
very
That makes
much.
sense. You're welcome.
Whew.
And I'll put this script. You could just like maybe use the script if you want. But I wanted to give you guys that visualization because I think the visualization is more powerful when you do it with each individual person because it's, yeah, everybody's relationship is slightly different. And I really liked, for me personally, focusing on each person. So, okay. All right. I hope you guys got a lot out of that. I loved going back through this. This is also like a new level, new devil. This is a great technique. Remember how we talked about new level, new devil? This is a great technique that you can always come back to. With every level of success, there will be another layer around this that will come up. So this is one of those techniques that I would just always come back to. It has been way too long since I've done this technique and I should do it more often. So anytime you feel stuck, if you feel frustrated, you can, now you have a new tool in your tool belt to handle self-sabotage. Okay. Thanks everybody for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I think we have office hours this Thursday. So
Thank you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. I will see those of you. Yeah, we do have office hours on Thursday.
Thanks,
So
Brittany.
I'll see
Thanks,
you then.
Brittany.
Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome.
Thanks.
Happy tapping.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mary, I'll stay on once everybody logs off.
Yep.
Just me and you. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
just us
Hi.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
There's only 2 of us.
Real quick, I signed up actually January 20th.
Okay.
I tried to get on the call that following Monday. Jimmy had told me it was at 9 o'clock. I couldn't get on. I never got any of the emails. When I look at my account, on the payment history, it doesn't even say that I'm on, that I paid for it. I paid in the 3 installment plan. I also paid for the coaching. I never got anything about how to do the coaching.
Mary Kramer. That's you,
Yeah.
right? Mary Show Kramer?
Mary Kramer. Yeah, I don't know why the show was in there,
Okay.
but yes.
Yeah,
I've never had any coaching. I never got any information on that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I never got any calendar. I finally got that just yesterday.
Okay.
But I had contacted your customer service 2 weeks ago, your customer support, but they didn't get back to me till yesterday. Because they're yes, they're so swamped.
Oh, the support. That's
Yeah, and I actually sent them another message saying, just give me all my money back. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's a 90-day program and it's already half over and I paid $10,000 and I'm not even getting half.
Well, it's not half over, but you have a couple options, Mary. We are going to start another container soon. That's going to be a year-long container. Okay, it's going to go for the rest of the year.
Oh, wow.
You can wait on this group and you can start with that next group. So you feel like you're starting in the beginning. We are going to be enrolling people just as people want to join. We're going to be people. So this isn't the kind of program where there's like a start and a stop. It's like every module and every class. Sometimes we do tapping like we did today. Sometimes I just work with one person. Sometimes I'm just answering questions. It's more about having like proximity and having me help you on your journey. You're still going to have to do a lot of tapping, and you have the coaching with the girls too. So yeah, as long as so what we can do is we can apply that towards the year-long program, and then we just give you the 3 months in the next program, and then you can decide if you want to stay with us till the end of the year, or if you want to just be like, okay, I'm enough at 3 months, that's fine.
How much is it a year? I don't have a lot of money. I'm disabled.
Yeah, it's gonna be for the unlimited tapping, it's gonna be about 3,000 a month.
Oh, wow. That's all I make a month.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know that I can do that, but
okay. Well, then you can just do the 90 days and then be done and then be done after the 90 days.
Okay.
So
I can
that's why
do
I wanted to give you
that.
the option. If you wanted to start, if you wanted to like start with
Start
the group from the
fresh.
beginning.
Yeah. I probably would like to do that instead of trying to catch up here, then I
Okay.
could start fresh. When does that start?
I don't know because we're just launching it right now. So it really just depends on when we fill it up. I would
Okay.
say anywhere between March and April.
Yeah, and then I go away in May for my mom's 90th birthday.
Well, or what you could do is you could start here. I could give you access to everything, and then you could just do an extra month in that other group.
Oh, I could do that. That would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted access to you because I had such a breakthrough. I was in one of your free ones and then I signed up for something, but I got access to you and you brought up something that happened to me when I was 12 that I didn't remember or know about. And then I live alone with my 90 or almost 90-year-old mom, and it brought up all this anger, and I had no way of dealing with it. So here I am home alone with my mom who's almost 90, and I can't be angry with her.
Yeah.
So that's why I did the coaching and everything so that
Good. Okay,
that
so then do you have the links for the coaching now?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Nothing was ever sent to me. That's why I wanted
Okay,
to
so
meet with you.
hang on here with me for a second. Let me just get you this. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you. Copy link.
Because if I could then do another month in there, then I feel, because I paid, it's 35 that I paid and then
You're on payments,
35.
right?
Yeah.
Can you open the
35,
chat?
35 and 35.
Can you open the chat, Mary?
Yeah.
Click on that document.
Oh, wait, where is it?
We'll go to the chat.
There,
Scroll,
90
go to the
day.
chat.
Okay.
Yeah, open that.
Office hours.
Yeah, okay, so it says 90-day reinvention curriculum, right?
Yep.
All right, so scroll down to where it says unlimited one-on-one coaching for 90
I
days.
see it. Okay.
Okay, and I will let the coaches know that you're in the unlimited coaching.
Okay.
Mary, oh yeah, you are. Do you know what program you started? Did you buy the 6-week program or did you buy Thrive? Do you remember?
No, I bought the 90 day.
Yeah,
90
but
day.
before that, what did you have?
Then I did I did the Thrive, and then I had the Think and Thin Thrive.
Great. Okay. Okay, cool. So,
Yeah, I've lost like 50 pounds. It's been great.
oh, amazing. Well, should start with that.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I've lost 50 pounds. It's been great.
Amazing. Okay, great. Well, this is working for you then.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now I
Great.
lost you. I'm not good with Zoom. Hold on.
Oh, that's okay. If you just click on the icon again, it should come up.
I don't see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, on your
There you are.
bottom. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've lost 50 pounds. I still have a lot of my health issues. That's the visor. I have extreme light sensitivity. Sorry, my puppy's got a chew toy going. He's my service dog. And I'm hoping to get rid of some of my health issues with the diet, but my health has been improved so much by my diet.
Wow, that's
already.
awesome.
I have actually saliva in my mouth that I've never had. It's more saliva in my mouth, but mucus in my nose. I've never had mucus in my nose before.
So it's always dry?
It's always been dry.
Wow.
Until my diet changed. I'm now eating all whole foods. The one thing I haven't been able to give up, and I'm really hoping you can help me with that, is Diet Coke. I drink it all the time.
Oh,
I really need to
one
quit
too.
it. Yeah, I have to quit it. And that's my last holdout. So I got
Okay. Have you done the ball of light on it?
The what?
The ball of light?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I
Try
guess
that one
I'm
first.
afraid to.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the
Okay.
fastest way to get rid of a craving.
Okay. Ball of
Yeah.
light. I'll do that one.
Okay.
But yeah, when I look at my payment history, that's not even on there that I paid the 3,500.
Well, it's on my payment history.
Okay.
I have you in, yeah, I have you in the Excel spreadsheet that the coaches are using.
Okay.
This was just like a last minute, we threw it together. So we don't have good systems for this yet. So that
Okay.
it's not showing up, but we have it, and it does show that you've paid for the unlimited one-on-one coaching.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what you brought up, I don't even remember ever happening. My brother died when I was 12, and a whole bunch of people at his funeral told me that I needed to start taking care of my parents because they just had the most unthinkable thing happen to them.
Oh, wow.
So, but that makes sense because I've always felt this need to take care of them.
It does make sense.
So now I know where that came from.
Yes.
But I never knew why I felt this need that I had to take care of them, that it was my responsibility to take care of them.
Yeah. Wow. I know. It's really interesting the things that come up. This is the year that I healed my overgiving.
Oh
So
God, I do that all the time. My son
yeah.
was just here the other day and I like emptied my house out giving him stuff.
Oh. Yeah, it's an empath thing. We empathic women do that, but
Yeah.
yeah, good. Well, I'm glad to have you
Okay.
in class, and thanks for asking for help.
Yeah.
Let me also give you the support. Let's see. Here, let me give you, whoops, what is this? Here, I'm gonna actually.
Yeah, so tell your support person when she gets my email about quitting, not to refund me my money.
Okay, let's see, VIP support here. If you do this, priority support. Okay.
She only answered half my stuff anyway. She didn't answer everything either.
Okay, this is the better email. If you open the
Okay.
chat again, that's the better email to reach out. Since you bought a higher level program, you can get faster answers there.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
really appreciate all your help.
So the link to schedule with the coaches is in there too. There's 4 of them on that page. So you can
Okay.
schedule one a day. And some people really like to just lock in with one, and some people like to, work with a couple different ones. So they're all
Does it
awesome.
say what they specialize in or anything?
Yeah, it does have a description of what they do. I can give you high level. Casey is sort of like fitness, nutrition. Dawn she lost 100 pounds, but she's, I would say, like manifesting in abundance. First of all, they can all do my techniques. So there's no
Right.
difference in that skill level, but Dawn's gone really deep into like manifesting in abundance. Erin does, she had an eating disorder. She never had weight to lose, but she had an eating disorder, and she did Fast Like a Girl certification. So she's great. She could help you with food rules if you're really trying to like figure out what you want to eat, how to eat, what your I like to call them food boundaries, what your food boundaries are. She's really good at helping you kind of figure out the body and the way that fasting can work for you without feeling like you're depriving yourself. And then Teresa also has gone through that program. She's she's older. She was my oldest coach. Her specialty is movement. So she's been doing like gentle movement. She's been teaching people how to do gentle movement for their bodies for whatever stage they're in. So you can work with all of them. You could just lock in with one of them. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much for taking time for me.
You're so
appreciate it.
welcome. You're so welcome.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Mary. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.